Greetings and salutations. I just want to say thank you as we start this series, Season 1, Episode 1, in which I will be trying to overtake the College Hoops 2K8 Legacy Leaderboard that I've created. On this leaderboard, you get points for doing certain things, such as advancing in the NCAA tournament and winning conference championships. We will be trying to advance all the way up to the top spot by the end of this series. However long that may take, it would be great if we could do it in 30 seasons or less, because that's typically what I do on this channel. So our keys to victory in this series, we'll make sure to try to reload and not rebuild. This will let us achieve that score the fastest. Also, in order to achieve that score the fastest, we want to make sure we're recruiting out of a good location. We want to have a good recruiting base. We also want to make adjustments throughout the year if need be, just so that we can maybe salvage some seasons. Maybe we have a bad season because of how we set it up, but we end up making a tournament run and we're still able to reel off points because of that. It will also be important to make sure we're properly managing the roster, getting in the right players, so that again, we don't waste seasons. First things first, we'll want to make our coach. I'm just going to make myself, and I'm also going to make sure that I prioritize maxing out that charisma stat first, so that way I can get good recruits. We want to go with the best start possible to reach this goal the fastest. So that means we're either going to go with a New York school or a California school. Personally, I think Sacramento State is the best start in the game, but a lot of people think it is St. Francis out of New York. I've already done Sacramento State, so we're going to roll with St. Francis here. Not much to choose from here from our assistants, so I just want to get guys who've got good teaching that can maybe supplement some other areas I'm weak in. In terms of scheduling, I'm just going to want to make sure I'm not playing too many teams that greatly outclass me. If you want to make sure you're not scheduling your games on Sundays so that you can recruit, just go to the O'Reilly A bracket, get that date, and keep adding 7 to it. That'll give you all of the Sundays. Rotations here are going to be very limited, so not really much I can do. I'm just play these 7 guys. Now it's time to allocate shot selection. This guy right here, bad overall player, but he can shoot threes. Maybe a spark we need, so I'm going to let him take them. Power forward 13, he's going to pretty much be the guy, I hope, that carries our offense throughout this season. He's a decent inside scorer and a below average mid-range shooter, which is the best I've got. Now, power forward 21, lesser version of power forward 13. He's going to have to be another top performer in our offense as well. Number 3 here is really going to be the majority of scoring from the perimeter for us. So regardless how good he is, he's the best we got. He's going to have to take these shots. Now it is time to get our first recruiting board set up for guys we're going to offer this year in particular. Kind of want to get a big man just because we don't really have any good bigs. I'm having to run 2 undersized power forwards, which is kind of why we're running a 2-3 zone this year. So I want to get some more size in there. Pause. Also, I want to just get the best players I can, just because I'm at such a low level in the conference we're in. If we've just got good players, we're going to compete for conference titles. So that's the plan right now. I'm in a good recruiting base. I can recruit locally, not have to spend a whole lot of points. So we're going to go ahead and set that up. It's also going to be important that we're scouting within this great recruiting base that we're in. So I'm going to go ahead and get my recruits that I think may be interested in me and I may be interested in, put them on the target list from the senior year all the way down to the current high school freshman year. That way I can observe these guys and continue to build interest. And I'm going to do that also by watching their ABL games. So I'll go up here and schedule them. I try to have as much overlap as possible. So I'm recruiting within the eastern or northeastern region. So I want to have guys on my target list playing as many games against each other as possible, just so I can kind of maximize those points. Just taking a look at what our team's good at here and knowing the individuals that also make up the team, we're pretty much going to have to play somewhat of a small ball model. We're going to have to get up a lot of shots and hopefully we make a lot of them. So it's going to be very offensive oriented game plan strategy, as you can see here. Also note that we don't have a lot of depth, so can't really press too much. We also don't have a lot of size, so we're going to be going with zone for a lot of those defenses. So recruiting seniors in this first year is always a bit of a crapshoot. At least we're in a good recruiting base, so I guess we're kind of more likely to get some high school players than other schools are. But normally there'll be some bigs and some European players who will be available for you to try to land. Bigs are often under-recruited by the CPU, so hopefully we'll end up being able to land one. But I'm just going to recruit these guys right here and see who we end up landing. Time to watch Midnight Madness. Here, hopefully we'll find out who our main contributors on the team are going to be based on how they play. Have to say, not too impressed. Maybe 45 will hit some threes for us, but we're supposed to be an offensive team, and that was a pretty bad offensive performance by both teams. It is scholarship day. This is the first day we can offer scholarships. We'll want to go ahead and get those scholarships allocated to the proper players because we want to be able to build on their interest. Offering a scholarship builds on a player's interest for your school.
So here are our scholarship targets. iBook, I don't think Connecticut has any scholarships, and if they do, they'll be pursuing higher ranked players. So I think we can really get this guy. We just have to try to sign him really early before Georgetown or somebody can try and get into play here. Not as keen on this guy. I'm pretty sure Seton Hall is going to offer Garcia. Hopefully we'll get him. He's kind of our backup big, so if we don't get iBook, we'll get him, which is not ideal because he's not going to be our rim protector, but we will have another big. We do have another backup big here. Not sure if we'll get him, but it's a world recruit center. Then lastly, this point guard right here. Hopefully Seton Hall doesn't offer him, and neither does Coppin State, and we can leapfrog up. But on scholarship day, this is who we have chosen to offer our scholarships to.
Here we go, our first game of the series. It will be a home game against Boston University. Great way to get win number 1 up under the belt. Overtime win against Boston University. Can't ask for much more. We will now be opening up conference play against Quinnipiac. Tough way to start conference play here, but is what it is. Hopefully we can right the ship a little later on. Time for the conference tournament. Hopefully we can string together some wins and get an NCAA tournament bid. Well, it looks like that's all she wrote on us for the season, as we do not qualify for any postseason play. Here we would upgrade our assistants. Again, we're focusing on the teaching attribute. Now it is time to do our off-season recruiting. Right here is kind of whenever you got these smaller teams and your recruits aren't as committed to going to your schools, like you can't generate as much buzz. You really just kind of got to take what you can get. So I'm going to see what we can get here. Hopefully we do end up with at least that one center. To recap season 1, we finished with a 14-15 record. Overall, 8-10 in conference play, and we bowed out in the first round of the conference tournament. Here's your final 4. Here are our individual stats on the year. Number 3 leading the way. Take a look at these percentages as well. We didn't shoot the ball particularly well. Now here's a look at the end of year awards. We didn't take home any. Now we will take a look at our recruiting class, starting with Ernesto Hendry. Looks like he'll be an athletic scoring wing. Looking like more of the same from Roderick Garcia here, just not as good of a shooter. For Lynn Cotterill here, nothing really stands out as far as his stats. He didn't play or his attributes, but at least he's got decent looking potential. International big, fingers crossed. Also going to have our fingers crossed with this guy here. And that's all I've got for you guys. We didn't make it onto the leaderboard because we didn't really accomplish anything on the court. Catch you in the next video. Peace.